One, two, three. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
My love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home, I'm making my way.
Welcome back. Another Friday night. We're at Lucas Oil. Hope everybody is well. Got the cars out on the track again. As always, we'll be going qualifying at the top of the hour. This is week 7. So we are over halfway as of this week. Braden Carter leading both points divisions, both the 358 modifieds and the Pro Late models. So the 05 is with us tonight. Let me look. Yeah, Braden Carter's out there. Welcome back, everybody. We'll let you watch the track. And, well, matter of fact, we'll go to the national anthem right now and get the show underway. Again, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Let's get the cars off the track. Roxanne checking in. Good evening, ma'am. Looks like we got 13 cars in the field so far. Kelly Wheeler, driver out of Kentucky, top of the board in practice. Put down a 14:33. We'll follow along in qualifying as we always do. Hope everyone's having a great Friday evening. I guess it'd be night on the East Coast. Still evening out here in California. Joseph Grandy coming out on track in the 518. Andy Patton is back with us, the driver of the 87 machine. Scott Ryome is with us, the 4 FTM ride. Travis Anderson, the CSC driver in the 45. Armando Melgusa is back with us in the 78. Michael Vitale, Billy Roberts. Grandy at the top of the board with a 1463. Scotty Ryome, 1463, matches that. Billy Roberts, P3 with a 1465. Travis Anderson, P4. Michael Vitale in the top 5 puts down a 1471. Grandy shuts it down with a 1463. See if anybody has anything for Armando Melgusa for Grandy. Sam Bachman out on track in the 007 for his time lapse. First lap, 1480, good enough for 6th quick. Kelly Wheeler in the 11 car jumps up to 5th in the top 5, 1465. Justin 6th first lap, 1469. Dean Reynolds out on track in the red, white, and blue 79, the FTM driver. See how Dino does. He's in the top 6, 1466. Braden Carter times in with an identical time in the 05. Good enough for 7th quick with a 1466. Still waiting on Clay Christopherson. A little bit slower for Reynolds on his second lap. Braden Carter top of the board on his second lap in the 05. 1460 for the 05. Currently with your quick time with 1 car left to go. That is Clay Christopherson. Braden Carter getting a few extra laps in. The Scrappy Doo car. Scrappy Doo on the side of that ride. He'll shut it down. So still waiting on Clay Christopherson. Not sure if he will be able to take his qualifying laps. Looks like we're going to have 2 heat races. And then our 50-lap feature tonight in the open setup 358 modifieds. Time has expired. Braden Carter with tonight's quick time. We'll get a look at the field tonight. On the front row, it's going to be Ryome and Braden Carter in the 05. Travis Anderson in the 45 is on the inside of Dean Reynolds in row number 2. Michael Vitale in the 213 with Andy Patton to his outside. Both those gentlemen Air Force veterans. Thank you for your service, fellas. Clay Christopherson will start at the tail end of the field. All right, fellas, you know the drill. 8 laps. Start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Everybody moving on. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. Bad news for the field when the 05 starts on the pole. He has led every lap on quite a few occasions so far this year in the 05. See if Scotty Ryome in the 04 FTM on his outside has anything for the youngster. Lights are off on the pace truck. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to Braden Carter. Field looks good coming into 3, coming out of turn 4, looking for the green flag. Green flag is out, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway 8 laps to settle who will sit on the pole of tonight's feature. It's Braden Carter on the inside in the 5. Scott Ryome with a good run on the outside. A little bit too much of a good run. He gets into the back of Carter. Kind of wads up the field a little bit. Travis Anderson will take advantage in the 45. and move that car up into P2. Ryan, Clay Christopherson in the 51, taking an advantage of that little pile up there. Braden Carter at the front of the field. Clay Christopherson on the inside. The two FTM drivers are going to go at it. Christopherson with the nose at the line. Michael Vitale battling behind those two in the LFM 213 on lap 4 of 8. Travis Anderson trying to get it done. Let's go on board with the second place driver. Both those drivers are teammates, the CSC crew. Scotty Ryome and Clay Christopherson are battling it out. It'll be Christopherson at the exit of 2. Didn't leave his teammate much room. Slides up in front of Scott Ryome. That'll move Scotty back to P4. Now Michael Vitale's going to challenge the 4 car on lap 7 of 8. Ladies and gentlemen, white flag is out already on heat number 1. Braden Carter has led flag to flag. Travis Anderson in P2. Braden Carter, 2 more corners to navigate. Coming off of 4. Heat win. Braden Carter, Travis Anderson, Clay Christopherson, Scott Ryome, Michael Vitale, Dean Reynolds, and Andy Patton. Joseph Grandy in the 518, Billy Robertson the 99 on the front row, Kelly Wheeler, Justin Sick in row number 2, waiting on Sam Bachman in row number 3 in the 007. There is Sam Bachman. He's got Armando Melgusa, Air Force veteran, to his outside in row number 3. All right, fellas, same story. 8 laps to get it done. Everybody moving on. Start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. Kind of a home track for the 99 car. Driver out of Independence, Missouri. Billy Roberts, owner-operator of Gears Unlimited. Lights are off on the pace truck. Pace truck will exit next time by. Leaving the field to Joseph Grandy. I think Grandy is second in the points. I'll have to look at our points real quick. There are the points. Yes, Joseph Grandy is second in the points. Green flag is out. We are underway. Billy Roberts to his outside. Grandy's going to go down low. Keep it down low. He'll slide up in front of the 99. Good run by Billy Roberts off of turn 2. Kelly Wheeler in the mix in P3 in the 11 machine. Slides up, gets into the back of the 99. Just a tap. Justin Sick battling it out in the 2 car. He's on the high side of these guys. Good run off the top. They're even at the line. Joseph Grandy with the lead. Billy Roberts trying to track him down. Justin Sick and Kelly Wheeler side by side on lap 3 of 8. Billy Roberts closing a little ground to Joseph Grandy. Trying to cut down low and get underneath. Slide job coming. No, sir. He'll keep it down low. They'll come off side by side. Lap 5 of 8 underway. Sam Bachman in the 007. Billy Roberts able to pull even coming off of 4. It'll be Grandy at the line. Roberts has closed the gap. Coming to 2 to go. Grandy on the high side, 99 car. Billy Roberts down low, 2 to go. Justin Sick able to move up into P3 in front of Kelly Wheeler. Those two make a little bit of contact with 1 to go. Grandy in front of Billy Roberts. 2 more corners to go for Grandy in the 518 for a heat win. Coming off of 4, Roberts down low, Grandy up high. It'll be Joe Grandy, Billy Roberts, Justin Sick, Kelly Wheeler, and Sam Bachman. Melgusa did not finish. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. We come back, we'll have your 50-lap feature. We'll be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turning into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
When people hear a Till Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom. 2 words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place where fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Welcome back. Car still out on the track. Braden Carter top of the board by quite a bit. 1478 for the 05. Yeah, as the checkered flag comes out, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for tonight's 50-lap feature in the 358 modified division. Braden Carter and Joseph Grandy on the front row. Travis Anderson on the inside of row number 2. Billy Roberts in the 99 to his outside. Clay Christopherson and Justin Sick in row number 3. Scott Ryome and Kelly Wheeler in row number 4. Michael Vitale and Sam Bachman in row number 5. Dean Reynolds and Melgusa in row number 6. Andy Patton will round out our field of 13 cars. Who was that? Thank you. So let's see if anybody has anything for the 05. Has led every lap last week and I think the previous week. So we'll see if these guys have anything. He's got Joseph Grandy to his outside, number 1-2 in points. Cale Smith is not with us tonight. Roxanne Jones cheering on that 05. Youngster out of Virginia. Lights are off on the pace truck as it exits the speedway. Coming out of turn 4, Braden Carter looking for the green flag. Here at Lucas Oil, green flag is out. 50 laps underway. Carter down on the bottom side. Flirting with the tires down low. Good start by the youngster. Joseph Grandy in the 518 in P2. Grandy's going to run the middle. Travis Anderson in the 45, another CSC driver. Currently in the top 3. We're going to go 3 wide. Not much room. Billy Roberts and Scott Ryome make a little bit of contact. Up front, Braden Carter leading the way. Joseph Grandy not letting him get too far. Travis Anderson falling back a little bit in the 45. Billy Roberts still battling in P4. Scotty Ryome in the 4 car moves. Oh, we got a wreck. Not sure who that was. It's like Kelly Wheeler as the caution comes out. Let's take a look. See if we can find Kelly Wheeler. There is the 11 car. Looks like he came off of turn 4. Him and Michael Vitale made contact. That'll send the 11 around. That'll bring the cars all back to the bumper of Braden Carter on lap 4 of 50. Carter's going to take the bottom. Lights are off on the pace truck. Pace truck is off. Restarts have been a real strong point for Braden Carter. See if he can carry that over tonight here at Lucas Oil. Grandy still to his outside. Another good restart. He's going to bring his teammate with him. That'll put Travis Anderson between Carter and Joseph Grandy. Joseph Grandy now in 3rd. Billy Roberts in the 99 still battling. Good run into 3. Able to woe it up, not get into the 518 of Joseph Grandy. Oh, contact. Justin Sick and Scott Ryome as the caution comes back out. We'll line them up and try again. That time, Travis Anderson with a good restart followed his teammate through. Melgusa in the 78. Sideways there on the corner. Trying to get that car turned around. And he will. Justin Sick with a quick repair. 2 cars back out. Braden Carter will take the top this time, as we will go single file from here on out. Pace truck is off. Pace truck trying to catch up here. There we go. We'll go green next time by. Braden Carter from the field. Here we go. We are set now. Braden Carter looking for the green flag. Good restart by the 5 car. Got a little bit of a jump there. Didn't have a real good angle on the exit. Will that open the door for his teammate Travis Anderson in the 45? Carter able to recover in 1 and 2. Anderson's going to keep it up high. Get a good run off of 4. Carter opens up a bit of a gap between himself and his teammate. As Joseph Grandy battling back in the 518. Trying to track down the 2 CSC drivers. Billy Roberts in 4th. Michael Vitale, 2 LFM drivers. Dean Reynolds in P6. Sam Bachman in 7th. Clay Christopherson moves up to 8th. Kelly Wheeler back in the battle. In the 11 car, he's up to P9. Scott Ryome, P10. Andy Patton, Justin 6th. And Mel Gusa in the 78. That is your field for tonight. Let's go on board and let you see what it looks like from the track at Lucas Oil. We still have 2 lanes of racing. Got a couple of cars down low, a couple of cars up high. Braden Carter still at the front of the pack in the 05, opening up a gap between himself and his teammate. Joseph Grandy and Billy Roberts stay on the higher side. Travis Anderson looking for his first podium on lap 17 of 50. They're trying to close down the gap. Michael Vitale in the 213. Dean Reynolds, Clay Christopherson. It's like we have kind of gone single file. Scott Ryome and Kelly Wheeler battling it out. Like that's about the closest race on the track as Mel Gusa exits front of the leader. So look at the gap. That is Braden Carter at the front of the field. Travis Anderson blinking a little bit. That's got to be unnerving to the 518 of Grandy. Grandy getting a good run on the outside. Travis Anderson's going to move up, put a little bit of a block on the 518. As Billy Roberts tries to go down low, are we going to go 3 wide off of 4? Yes, sir. It'll be Grandy at the line. Out of that 3-pack, Billy Roberts battling on the bottom in the 99. Joseph Grandy moves up to P2. Travis Anderson falls back to P4, battling it out with Billy Roberts in the 99. It'll be Roberts at the line. The CSC 45 trying to battle back into a podium position on lap 23 of 50. Roberts going to slide up. Crossover coming from Travis Anderson. Michael Vitale back there with Dean Reynolds. Clay Christopherson in the 51. Travis Anderson and Billy Roberts still battling it out for the final podium position. We'll be halfway home this time by. Billy Roberts at the line. Up front, Braden Carter getting it done once again. Go on board. You can hear the track starting to get kind of rough. That is the gap between your leader and Joseph Grandy in P2. 1-2 on the track, 1-2 in the overall point standing. Billy Roberts now has solidified his position in third, the final podium position. Travis Anderson, Dean Reynolds able to get by Mike Vitale, as did Clay Christopherson. Vitale now is going to battle it out with Sam Bachman. Bachman running super close to the tires on the inside. Vitale with a good run off of 2. He's going to dive down low. Braden Carter with a consistent lead, almost a second gap between himself and Joseph Grandy. Joseph Grandy just a tick faster the last 2 laps by. I don't think he'll catch him. Let's see this time by. Carter runs 40 or a 44 to Grandy's 40. So Joseph Grandy is closing the gap a little bit. Last 3 laps has been just a few clicks faster. Travis Anderson trying to get up there and battle with Billy Roberts for the final podium. Anderson in the 45. Clay Christopherson has moved up. Dean Reynolds up 6 positions, the biggest mover of tonight's race so far. Braden Carter now opens up well over a second gap between himself and Joseph Grandy. Grandy able to close down 3 laps in a row. Braden Carter probably looking at his clock inside the car. Got to turn up the wick a little bit there. Top 4, nose to tail, Dean Reynolds and Clay Christopherson. Sam Bachman, the only car moves out of line, trying to get something done. Catch up to Clay Christopherson in the 51. Both of those FTM drivers. Lap 41 of 50 underway. Braden Carter setting sail. Got over right at a 2-second gap now. Pulling away from the field into 05. No lap traffic to speak of. Landon Smith back with us. CEO of Midwest Forklifts LLC, the title sponsor. Sir, welcome back. Been on the road watching real racing. As Braden Carter is getting it done. Joseph Grandy P2. Now Billy Roberts on lap 43 of 50. He's going to try to get on the second step of the podium. He'll pull to the inside of the 518. Grandy able to hold him off for now. Travis Anderson falling back a little bit. Braden Carter with a 2.5 second lead over Joseph Grandy. Looks like the race is going to be for P2. As Billy Roberts is trying to close down on the 518, coming to lap 46 of 50. Good run by these two drivers. Braden Carter running consistent laps. Got a good line out of through 3 and 4. Running a cut down there. Coming to 2 to go. Points leader, Braden Carter, with a 2-3 second gap between himself and Grandy. Billy Roberts is still trying to get that second step on the podium as he pulls to the inside of Grandy. Roberts on the inside. He's going to slide up. Grandy's going to cross over. They're dead even at the line with 1 to go. You're not missing much up front as Braden Carter is pulling away from the pack. 2 more corners to go for the 5 car. This is where the battle is. Roberts up high, Grandy down low, coming off a 4. It'll be Grandy at the line. Top 3 start finish line, please. Good run by Billy Roberts. Those 2 drivers put on a heck of a show. Another win for the 05 driver out of Virginia. Braden Carter going to put a little gap in the points race also. All right, fellas, don't forget to go up for your interviews. We'll get a word with your top 3 here momentarily. Get a word with Mr. Billy Roberts in the 99. Braden Carter. Still waiting on the 99. Billy Roberts in the 99. He moves up 1 position to bring the 99 car home on the podium in P3. Billy, it's Joe. You got me?
I got you, sir.
Hey, old man. Good run in the 99. You and Joe had a battle there, man. You closed down on him. You didn't end up getting by him, but what'd you need, man, to get by him there?
A couple more laps.
Were you set up
It
for
was
the
a good race. It was really good. Real close. It was so rough. I didn't want to be too tight on him going in the corner because I was going to get into him, I figured. So I just trying to lag back a little bit and take a chance every now and then.
Yeah, man, in the closing laps, looks like you closed down in the 99 car. Man, great setups in the LFM rides. Were you set up for the long haul, or you just set it up and go racing?
We try to build in some longevity into them to be there at the end and save some tires. It's just, I don't know, Joe. Everybody got to win it on the first lap, you know.
Yeah.
If we could just ride a little bit, it would be good.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of a disease in iRacing. I think when you don't have to pay to fix them, it's not that hard to wreck them, I suppose.
That is very true.
Yeah, man. Great run in the 99 tonight. Who do you want to thank on that ride for a podium finish?
Of course, you, Joe, for putting this on every year. It's great to be a part of that. Leadfoot Mafia, all my teammates, Mike, Jake, Jr., Randy, Gears Unlimited, uh, Battalion Motorsports, A&J Landscaping, all the people that help us iRace and do this somewhat expensive of a hobby.
Yeah, it can be. Great run, man. You going to run the pro late models?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. We'll see you there.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Joseph Grandy in the 518 and put on a great show with Billy Roberts. Joe, you got me?
Yeah, what's going on, Jeff?
Man, another good run. You and Billy Roberts battled it out there. I wasn't sure who was going to come home in the end. How was the car tonight?
Car was fine. I think I was having troubles with the bumps in 1 and 2. I felt the bumps a little more than I usually do. Must have been something with the setup, but I honestly thought I was going to run out of fuel. If I didn't run the bottom the last lap, I definitely would have because I had 0.1 laps left. So I was a little worried about that. I was trying to take it a little less throttle in the last 10 laps and was getting worried that Billy was going to pass me. So, but he held off.
Who does your setups?
Randy Johnson.
Okay. Yeah, another great run, man. Braden Carter pulled away from the field once again. So it looks like he's going to pad his lead a little bit. Hopefully the second half of the season, the 518 comes to life and you close down the points gap there and challenge the 0-5. But another solid night, Joe. Man, it's great to have you out here. Who do you want to thank on the 518 for another podium finish?
Aiden and over at RTB, all the guys over at RMDB, Catalytic Recovery, Shaggy TV, Hinkle Homes, Mad Rabbit, Highline Cinematography, my girlfriend Olivia. And appreciate you, man, for doing what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Another great night. We going to see you in the pro late models?
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right, man. We'll see you there.
All right, later.
Tonight's winner, that is the 0-5 car of Braden Carter. Braden, Joe, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, another solid night. I thought maybe Grandy would have something for you there early, but once you hit the little bit of a cut down line, you opened up a gap better than 3 seconds between you and second place. Everyone was talking about the bumps on the track. Did you find that to be a challenge?
Yeah, 1 and 2, they were pretty gnarly. That's why I started running the cut down, and I'd feel them. And I know if I just got the top momentum and cut it down, you get a good run. There's a lot of moisture down there, and it was a really fast line, especially 3 and 4 early on, and then it came in 1 and 2, and that's really where I started to pull away when I found it in 1 and 2. It's just I don't know, you hit it right, you grab the moisture with the top momentum, it just shoots you off the corner, and at a place like this, that's a fun line to run, and yeah, I found it pretty early. I knew it'd be in, and just had to capitalize on it when I could.
Yeah, we were watching your suspension there, a couple laps, and man, it was bouncing like crazy. So that's never fun, but you found a line that worked, man, and another victory led every lap once again tonight. You going to lead them all, even in the pro late models? What's your prediction?
I don't know. I mean, again, everybody's good here. It's just I have to, I have to be consistent to do that. I'd like to do that. It just makes things easier if I could, but everybody's a good racer here, so anything could happen. We got a good group of guys in both divisions here. I just gotta stay consistent. That's really it. It could be anybody's night.
Yeah, man, you are the model of consistency. You hit your line every time. Hopefully you can find that line in the pro late models a little bit earlier, and maybe, who knows, man, you can open up that 3 second gap and take it home by 5-6 seconds. But another great run for the 0-5 young man. Who do you want to thank on that ride for another victory?
Yeah, first off, shout out to the CSC guys. Travis came out here tonight. Fortunately, Kale couldn't make it. He won't be able to make it the next 2 weeks, but shout out to him. He's always here when he can be. He always wants to be here. Shout out to him. Shout out to my dad, Michael Carter, Kyle Hardy, Chase Hardy, Jonathan Higgins as well. Midwest Forklifts for sponsoring the series. Shout out to Landon. It's a great guy. Does a lot for this series. Sponsored me real life this past year. Shout out to him. KK's Diecast, Kevin Keeling, Randy Carter Payne, and my granddad. Wins races on for the wrap. Got a little Christmas theme going on here. Shout out to him. Dirt Track Bank, GY6 RN, UJ for the broadcast. Friday night is always a good thing to look forward with my guys. Again, shout out to Travis. You had a great run. I always like to see my guys do good, as I always say. So we like to come out here and have fun, and that's what we did tonight, me and Travis.
Yeah, I thought Travis was going to end up on the podium for his first podium, but they're late. He kind of got bogged down and moved back in the field. But another great run, man, and we will see you in the pro late models.
Thank you.
All right, man. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There are the 358 modifieds. Braden Carter taking home another win. We're going to take a quick break. And as you heard, when we come back, we'll have the pro late model division. We'll be right back.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. We brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
On this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. This hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources, in opportunity, right now.
Chatham grabs the checkered flag, he wins.
Tack victories for Sam Bachman as he takes the win at the Port Royal Speedway.
Wins another one at the Knoxville Raceway. Blake Chapman wins.
A corner down here through the front straightaway. Watson gets the win here tonight.
Chad Greggs, a Knoxville Nationals champion. But to the checkered flag, Clay Christopherson, your winner at Lernerville. Here they come off in turn number 4. To the checkers, Templeton takes the win.
Through the back stretch into corners 3 and 4 out here. It's going to be Watson for the win.
The 56 wins. First time winner Randy Streets.
But your winner at Weed Sports is going to be Brandon Templeton in the Salty Dog.
Flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day, it's a new life. And I'm feeling good.
on track. We're going to go qualifying here in about 8 minutes. So we'll let you take in the sights here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Landon Smith checking in. Sir, if there's a dome other than the Chili Bowl on the service next season, we will most definitely set up a race for that. To your request, sir. Landon Smith, Roxanne Jones, Justin Sick checking in. Online. Got about a minute and a half, and we're getting ready to go qualifying. Joseph Grandy, top of the board. 2 Air Force veterans on track. Andy Patton in the 87. United States Air Force, thank you for your service, sir. Michael Vitale in the 213. Also served in the Air Force. I'd like to thank both of those gentlemen for their service. Got about 1/2 a minute left, and we're going to go qualifying. Thank you all for tuning in. Well aware that there's plenty that you could be doing on a Friday night. I'd like to thank you for sharing it with us here. Dirt Track Bank Friday Night Lights. As we have advanced to qualifying, we're going to have 2 heat races and a 30-lap feature in a fixed setup pro late models right back here at Lucas Oil. Next week, we got a special show. We're going to go back to our roots and run a 3-race Friday to celebrate the holidays. We're going to throw in a 360 sprint car race at Williams Grove at the end. So we'll have 3 races next week. We'll have the 358 Modifieds Pro Late Models and 360 sprint cars. As previously mentioned, Andy Patton coming out on track for his 2 timed laps. Billy Roberts in the 99 is back with us. Joseph Grandy. Armando Melgusa is back with us in the 78. Air Force veteran also. Greg Parmalee in the 04. Joseph Grandy 14:16 on his first lap. Andy Patton, 14:06 in the 87. He'll move Grandy down 1. Billy Roberts, 14:18. Michael Vitale matches his teammate. Grandy back to the top of the board with a 13:98. Scott Ryome, 14:05. Good enough for second quick. That'll move Patton down. Michael Vitale shuts it down 5th quick. Greg Parmalee shuts it down 6th quick with a 14:39. Melgusa with a 16:35. Good enough for 7th quick. Justin Sick out on track in the 2 car. As is Dean Reynolds and your points leader, Braden Carter in the 05. Think it'll be Justin Sick, the first one to put a timed lap down, coming off of 4. Moves him up in the top 5 with a 14:18. That'll put Justin Sick in P5. Braden Carter should be the next car to time in. Second quick, 14 flat for the 05. Dean Reynolds, 14:25. Good enough for 8th quick in the 79. See if Braden Carter can improve this time by... Yes, sir. 13:94 for the youngsters in the 05. Good enough for tonight's quick time. Dean Reynolds moves up into the top 5 with a 14:07. Waiting on Jason Haynes. He out on track. Driver out of Canada in the 66. He will be the last car to qualify. See if Jason could put it. It's go a little bit loose there on the exit of turn 4. He'll move up 1, 14:63 for Haynes. Hits the wall, so this lap will not count. Looks like he's going to roll off 10th quick tonight. Braden Carter with tonight's Pro Late Model quick time. Heat 1 coming to the grid, 8-lap heat races. Braden Carter and Scotty Ryome on the front row. Dean Reynolds on the inside of row number 2 with Justin Sick to his outside. Greg Parmalee and Mel Gusa round out the field of 6 drivers. All right, drivers, you know the drill. Leader, the start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. 8 laps to get it done. Everybody moving on. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. See if Scotty Ryome has anything for Braden Carter. Dean Reynolds in the 79 had a podium last week. Justin Sick still searching for, it'll be his 2nd podium of the year if he can capture one tonight. Lights are off on the pace truck. Ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for 8 laps. Heat number 1 on track. Braden Carter will take us to the green flag. Green flag is out. Ladies and gentlemen, heat number 1, Pro Late Models. Lucas Oil Speedway is underway. Braden Carter on the bottom. Scott Ryome in P2. Justin Sick's going to dive the nose of the 2 car down low. Good run off a 4 for Sick. He'll capture P2 at the line. See if he can get up and battle Braden Carter. Scott Ryome battling back. Justin Sick sliding up right behind the 05 cars. Be Justin Sick in P2. Dean Reynolds in P4. Greg Parmalee and Mel Gusa still on track. Braden Carter starts to pull away from the field. As we go nose to tail, Dean Reynolds getting a little bit racy in the FTM 79, trying to get up there and challenge his teammate, Scott Ryome, in the 4 car. Braden Carter out front over a 2nd gap between himself and Justin Sick in the 2. Braden Carter coming to the 2 to go. Dean Reynolds battling it out with Scott Ryome. See if the 79 can close the gap as the white flag comes out for the 05. Driver out of Virginia, Braden Carter. 2 more corners to navigate. Coming off a 4, it'll be Carter, Sick, Ryome, Reynolds, Parmalee, and Mel Gusa. We got a 5-car heat 2. Going to be Joseph Grandy and Andy Patton on the front row of heat number 2. This is for the outside of the feature. Billy Roberts, Michael Vitale in row number 2, and Jason Haynes, who has not gridded, is at the tail end of the field. Still waiting on Haynes to grid. There he is. All 5 cars have now gridded. Ready for our 8-lap heat race. Got a Leadfoot Mafia 2nd row with Billy Roberts and Michael Vitale to his outside. 8 laps to determine who sits on the outside of the front row of the 30-lap feature. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to Joseph Grandy. Good looking wrap on the 518. Joseph Grandy coming out of turn 4, looking for the green flag. Andy Patton on his outside. Green flag is out. We are underway. Good start by Grandy in the 518. He's going to stay down low. Billy Roberts moves up, tries to get on the inside of the 87 of Andy Patton. Billy's going to push his way to the inside. He'll move the 87, put the 99 in P2. Haynes gets into the side of Andy Patton. Nowhere for the 66 to go as Michael Vitale moves up to P3. Andy Patton will try to close back in on the 66. Grandy, Roberts, Vitale, Haynes, and Andy Patton. Grandy staying up on the high side. Billy Roberts trying to close down the gap with 1 to go. It's Grandy. Grandy changes up his line, goes down low. 2 more corners. He'll start on the outside of the front row, right next to the 05 of Braden Carter. It'll be Grandy at the line. Roberts P2, Vitale 3, Jason Haynes, and Andy Patton. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have your 30-lap feature. We'll be right back.
Soldiers, sailors, airmen, and women enlist in the armed forces for many reasons, including a sense of duty, patriotism, the adventure, travel, and adrenaline. Many continue their military service because they discover a brother and sisterhood, an identity, a team. When service members are injured or wounded and can no longer perform their military duties, they quickly find themselves removed from their team, no longer serving the purpose for which they trained.
I came back from Afghanistan in 2013, and it was kind of a trial and error of finding out, after the military, what's next in life.
Being forced to leave a military career filled with purpose and pride can be challenging. Some challenges may leave lasting scars. An illness, wound, or injury can make anyone question their worth and sense of belonging after military service.
35 years in the Army, and I needed something to transition into. And so from that transition came an idea, and the idea was this.
Even though a military career may be coming to an end, or already ended, recovery can occur in the most unexpected places with unforeseen opportunities. Recovery, whether physical or mental, has no defined beginning or ending. It may last a lifetime.
For me, one of the biggest surprises that I found out going through it was that it's not like the flu where, you get sick and then you get better. You're never cured.
Welcome back, cars out on track. We got 20 seconds left. Joseph Grandy, top of the board in practice. Braden Carter, P2. Michael Vitale is in the top 5. Justin Sick is P5 in the 2 car. And that is it as the checkered flag falls over practice. Getting ready to go racing here in tonight's A main. As you heard, Cale Smith not with us tonight, currently second in the points. Joseph Grandy is third, so Grandy may take over second place in both divisions. Braden Carter leading both divisions. Braden Carter, Joseph Grandy on the front row. Billy Roberts with Justin Sick to his inside in row number 2. Scott Ryo, Mike Vitale in row number 3. Dean Reynolds, Jason Haynes in row number 4. Greg Parmalee, Andy Patton in 5. And Mel Gusa rounds out your field of 11 drivers. All right, fellas, you know the drill. Initial start is on green. Do not jump start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Restarts are on leader. Leader gets to pick inside or outside, must declare before the one to go is given. 30 laps to get it done. Let's run them all green. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Roxanne Jones and Landon Smith still with us. See if the 5 has anything for, or the 518 has anything for the 5. Lights are off on the pace truck, ladies and gentlemen. 30-lap feature to close out week 7, I believe. We haven't had 7 weeks in the Pro Late Models. We started them a little bit later. Don't forget, next week, 3 races. We'll close out the night with the 360 Sprint cars. Celebrate the upcoming holidays. Green flag is out. Jordan LaFawn checking in. I don't know if he just woke up. He's supposed to be out on track. Maybe it's so cold in Indiana he couldn't race tonight. I don't know. Jordan, welcome to the show, sir. Braden Carter, as the caution comes out, looks like, let's see what happened here. Scott Ryome and Dane Reynolds, FTM drivers. Oh, that's Parmalee that comes in the picture. Gets into Reynolds. Reynolds gets into Ryome. As we try to get lined back up on lap 3 of 30. Braden Carter will take us back to green. Glad all is well, Jordan LaFawn. Single file as we did not get many laps in. Braden Carter down low, Joseph Grandy up high, Justin Sick running the bottom. Trying to find a way around the 518, battling for his second podium of the season in the 2 car. Billy Roberts in P4. First car on the outside looking in. Got his LFM teammate behind him. That is Air Force veteran Michael Vitale in the LFM machine. Melgusa, Air Force veteran, is with us in the 78, as is Andy Patton. 3 Air Force drivers in the field tonight. Braden Carter looks like he's going to try to use that same line, the cut down line in the 05. We saw him use that in the 358 modifieds. Looks like it's working again. Yes, Grandy is running on the high side. Justin Sick in P3. Sick is currently 4th in the points. Moved up 1 position last week. Know if he'll close ground on Cale Smith or not. Jason Haynes able to move up 4 positions into P4 in the 66. Haynes on a mission to the front. Michael Vitale gets by his teammate Billy Roberts in the 99. Greg Parmalee in the 04. Dean Reynolds in the 79. Scotty Ryome back in the fight in the 4 car. Andy Patton, Melgusa on the lead lap. Look from trackside at Lucas Oil. Braden Carter still your leader in the 5. Joseph Grandy in the 518 behind him. A little over a second gap between the 2. Justin Sick falling back a little bit. Jason Haynes with a good run into 66, trying to find his way to the podium. Haynes having a good run in the 66 tonight on lap 15 of 30. Ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway home. Braden Carter with 1.5 second gap between himself and Joseph Grandy. Looks like the battle's going to be for, Justin Sick over the top. That'll upset the 2 car. Jason Haynes looking at his first podium of the season in the 66, driver out of Canada. Michael Vitale now getting a challenge from his teammate Billy Roberts in the 99. Braden Carter fastest last time by, 14:27 to Grandy's 14:35. So Grandy's not closing any ground on the 05 driver out of Virginia, Braden Carter. Carter with a little bit of lap traffic. Melgusa will go to the high side and let the leaders by. As the caution comes out for Melgusa. Lap 21 of 30. I think we should be single file restarts. Joseph Grandy will be able to get to the rear bumper of the 05. See if Grandy has anything for Carter. Haynes will have Justin Sick to his rear bumper. Justin Sick had some bad luck last week. The flag stand knocked the back of his car, the wing off, and damaged the back of his car. A little glitch at Lanier. Got a good run going last week. It's got a good run going this week. As the pace truck is off. Go back green on lap 22 of 30. Carter at the front of the field. Braden Carter will stay down low. Joseph Grandy goes up high. Carter already half-second gap between himself and Joe Grandy as the caution comes back out. Vitali gets sideways. Collects the 04 and the 87 of Andy Patton. So the 213 gets a little bit loose. Braden Carter, Joseph Grandy, Jason Haynes, currently your top three. Justin Sick, the first car on the outside looking in. Jordan LaFawn, I hope you are feeling better, sir. It's unfortunate. Will be Braden Carter. Takes us back to the green flag. Again, if you're on the East Coast, don't forget, going to be a late night next week. So we'll run the 360 sprint cars after the pro late models. Braden Carter with a good restart. Joseph Grandy in P2. Jason Haynes with Justin Sick battling for the final podium. Now Billy Roberts is going to stick his nose in the fight. Justin Sick pulls up side by side. Sick's going to go down low. Haynes went off the top. Little ledge here at Lucas Oil. Lucas Oil has a top shelf in both ends. Billy Roberts, the first car on the outside, looking in at a podium on lap 27 of 30. Grandy not able to close down that gap between himself and Braden Carter. Coming to the 2 to go. Grandy staying on the high side, hitting his lines. Now Carter will stay up high with 1 to go. Carter, Grandy, Justin Sick, Billy Roberts. It's like Justin Sick looking at his second podium. Braden Carter coming off of turn 4. It'll be Carter for the win. Joseph Grandy, Justin Sick, your top three. Top three, start finish line, please. Top three, start finish line. Jason Haynes ends up P5, had a strong run. All right, fellas, I can make that work. Don't forget to go up for your interviews. We'll get a word with your top three here to close out the night. For Justin Sick to get up in the booth here. There's Braden Carter. There is the 2 car of Justin Sick. He starts third, finishes third. Justin's Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Man, good run. Second podium. First time I've talked to you, because you wouldn't talk to me last time, but second podium of the season in the 2 car. Jason Haynes came up and gave you a little battle. How was the 2 car tonight?
Well, are you sure it's only the second? I thought this was the third, but anyway, at first it was not so great. I don't know what I was doing. I tend to struggle sometimes with these fixed setups, so it's a little bit of a learning curve. It took me a long time to get the car figured out, and then I saw the 66 get by, and I was like, well, shoot, because before that caution come out, he was good. Like I wasn't gonna catch him at all. And then the caution come out and I was like, all right, well, let's try something different. So I stayed on the bottom and it worked out, and then the yellow come back out, and then we had that last restart there, and I think he might have fallen off the edge or something, but I think maybe either way I probably could have gotten him because the bottom was really working for me there at the end.
Yeah, man. 2 car, man, you've been fast all year in the 2 car. Been fast in both divisions, man. You're currently 4th in points. I think you'll move up 1 tonight since Cale Smith didn't show up, man. Great run in the 2 car. Who do you want to thank on that ride for a podium finish?
We got to thank the guys at Midwest Sim Sports, Blake and Evan at Majula Speed Shop, even though this is a fixed setup deal. iRacing, obviously, for these setups. Grandy and I have been spending a lot of time together lately, and big thanks to him. Jordan, he's not here. You guys, obviously, for putting the show on, and Dirt Track Bank and everything everybody else does behind the scenes with this deal. But good win to Braden. Kid's untouchable, seems like. But no, it was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah, man. So you and Theo plowing snow this weekend? What's the weather in New York?
Yeah, we well, right now it's just cold, but earlier in the week we had some stuff, and over the weekend, last weekend, we had a little bit too, so it was all right. I got a video I can send you of we got a parking lot up the road from us that we own, and we were just kind of plowing that, and he just wants to have fun, man. He doesn't quite understand, but it's cute. He's a
Yeah,
good
man.
kid, man. He's funny.
Yeah, I like following along. He's growing up so quick,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, you can say that again. I take him tomorrow actually to get his first ever haircut. So for the people that don't know, he's 19-month old, so he's almost 2.
Yeah, man.
Hasn't had a haircut yet. Got quite the mullet going on, but should be interesting.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Well, tell the fam we said hi, man. Have a great rest of your
Will do.
weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Sounds good, Joe. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right, man. See ya. Joseph Grandy comes up 1 shot short, 1 position short once again. Joe, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Man, I thought you had something on the high side.
Yeah, I think if the track had a little more laps on it, would have came in a little sooner. But even if it did, he probably would have moved up anyway.
Yeah, Braden Carter did move up there late. Did the track get as rough as it was in the 358s?
No, I didn't. Honestly, didn't feel any bumps.
Wonder what the difference is.
I think it's the cars. 358 seemed always be a little bumpy.
Yeah. Well, another good run, man. So you should move up to P2 in the points since Kale wasn't here. So another good run in the 518. You going to run sprint cars next week?
Yeah, if we got them, I'll run them for sure.
So next week we're going to do a 3-car show. We're going to have 360 sprint cars after the Pro Late Model race to celebrate our 2 weeks off for the holidays. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. I hope you can come out.
So it might be the only thing I can beat Braden in, so we'll see.
Great run, man. Who do you want to thank on the 518 for another podium finish?
Aiden over at RTV for all he does. All the guys over at RMDB, Catalytic Recovery, Highline Cinematography. Who else we got here? Shaggy TV, Mad Rabbit, Hinkle Homes, my girlfriend Olivia. Congrats on Braden to win. Justin for third, and thank you, man, for doing what you do.
You bet, man. Have a great weekend.
You too, thanks.
Bye, man. The 05 car of Braden Carter. Different race, same results. Braden, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Another great run. It looks like you started searching around there late, just trying out different lines, or what was the deal?
Yeah, I just, I don't know. I wanted to find something different. I feel like I always run the same line the whole race, and once you let cut down and come back in, and it kind of did, but it kind of didn't. Just you had to hit that perfect. Yeah, I don't know. Just I had a good gap, so just trying anything to increase it, and some of it worked, some of it didn't, and I mean that's what you get when you search sometimes.
Yeah, man, great time to start checking out lines when you're out front. And they'd closed down just a tiny bit, but once you got back on that line, you were gone, man. Another great run by the 05. And we're running sprint cars next week, right?
Yes, sir. Pretty excited for that. I didn't have the greatest Pro Series run with the sprints, but I definitely tuned up for them once again. So I love the Grove. I have a lot of laps there in a sprint car this year. It's been I probably tested for that track the most. So I'm excited for that. I've been running sprint car money races as well. So just gotta keep it straight there, and it's a technical track, and I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, as am I, man. Get back to our roots a little bit. If we have another season, we'll probably go back to 3 races a week. Like the format a little bit better, had a better turnout. I'm not sure open, close setups. We'll have to figure that out. But nonetheless, man, another victory for the 05. You extend your points lead. Who do you want to thank on that pink machine for a victory?
Yeah, big shout out to my guys at CSC, Kale Travis, my dad Michael Carter, Kyle Hardy, Chase Hardy, Jonathan Higdon, Randy Carter Payne, my granddad, Eternal Racing, Colby Yule, KK's Diecast, Kevin Lynn Keeling, Wins Race Design, Casey Wynn for the wrap once again here, you Joe for the stream, Dirt Track Bank, GY6RN, another good night. It's fun to be up here. I like talking to you, and my family gets to see it. I know they like to watch. My granddad really looks forward to this deal every week. He tunes in, always asks me, "Is it going up? Is it going up?" I have to let him know. Got to wait till the stream goes up. He's just antsy to watch this stuff a lot, which is always cool for you guys, and I like to have him support me. It's always a good deal to come out here.
Yeah, man, pretty cool. And a guy my age, we had nothing even close to this back in the day. So it'd be pretty cool, man, for family to be able to tune in and, go to the real track during race season and watch on TV when it's cold outside. So that's a pretty cool deal, man. iRacing has come so far. And I'm just honored to be able to put it on for you guys. So, yeah, man, another great run. I wish you a great weekend. And next week, man, 3 races. Can't wait for that and see you at Williams Grove.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I can't wait for it.
All right, man. Have a good weekend.
You too.
All right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There is Dirt Track Bank Friday Night Lights, week number 7. Braden Carter leading all, what is that? 80 laps tonight in the features. Another win for the 05. Thank you all very much for tuning in again. There's a million things you could be doing on a Friday night. We greatly appreciate you sharing your Friday nights with us. And until next week, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you.
My name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after our first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, you go for it. And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. Automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. We first start in the pool, we do some confined water skills, we'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's not even training anymore, it's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. There's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. We've seen 4 eagle rays at once. Just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced, it hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them from being, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I've gone snorkeling a few times, or, I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have zero experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar that's donated goes directly to the veterans. I personally, myself, I do not take any kind of money. All my time is donated. There's no salary to anybody who's on the board or any staff positions in Warfighter. Donations can be made on our website at www.warfighterscuba.org. And remember, every donation is 100% tax deductible.